Hello and welcome back to eViolin Teacher. Today I wanted to talk to you about the parts and the function of the bow. Now you'll notice that the major part of the bow is this curved wooden part, and we call this the stick of the bow. When we get to the top of the stick, you will see a point. And most people call this the tip, although in some method books you will see it, called the point. But in general, we call this the tip of the bow. Connected to the tip right here is what we call horsehair, and it actually does come from horses. One thing you want to make sure you don't do is touch your hand to the horsehair, because we've got natural oils in our hands, and if you were to put your hand on the horsehair, it would prevent the hair from being able to be played on the violin. Now, as we work our way back down, you will see that we've got winding and then a grip. And eventually, this is where you will hold your bow, but just understand that the grip is here, and then this is the winding. If you make your way all the way down, you will notice a screw, and it's called the screw. Now, the importance of the screw is that it tightens and loosens your bow. If you want to tighten the bow, you want to go ahead and turn the screw away from you. I always give it 4 or 5 big turns, so that way you have about a couple centimeters between the stick of the bow and the hair. And then of course when you put the bow away, you want to make sure that the hair is loosened. So then you would go ahead and point it towards you to loosen. And you're loosening it well when the hair gets closer to the stick. Now, I've been teaching the violin for, 6-7 years now, both in the public and private schools. And one question I always get from my students is about this part down here. This whole bottom area is what we call the frog. And I haven't taken the time to figure out why, but when I've asked other people, they're like, I don't know, it's just called the frog. So yeah, like frog is in the amphibian. I don't get why it's called the frog. Maybe it looks like one, I don't know. But this whole thing is the frog of the bow. So looking at this circle, this actually would make sense because it's called the eye of the frog. It doesn't really have any significance except it's decorative. So if you don't remember that that's the eye, promise it won't break your career as a violinist. Now we come to this part, this silver plating. We call that the ferrule, and that's what the horsehair is, inserted into, so that you can tighten it with the screw and then loosen it with the screw. That's pretty much all you need to know for the bow. Again, if you get confused on parts when I'm talking in my videos, please feel free to use this as a resource. It's 100% free to you, and thanks for tuning in.